Do you think that there's an incompatibility between God's foreknowing everything and there being free will?
I don't think so, but how can we make other people understand that
Right.
they are one and the same?
Well, one thing you can do is to show how it's logically fallacious to think that because God foreknows the future, therefore everything happens necessarily. And what you would do is show them an argument that would go like this. Premise one would be, necessarily, if God foreknows X, then X will happen. Premise two would be, God foreknows X. And then ask what follows from those two premises. Necessarily, if God foreknows X, X will happen. And God foreknows X. If they think that what follows from that is that necessarily X will happen, then they have committed a logical fallacy. That, in fact, does not follow from those two premises. All that follows from those two premises is that X will happen. But X will not happen necessarily. X could fail to happen, but if it were to fail to happen, then God would have foreknown differently. See, there's those subjunctive conditionals, again, that are so important. So, from God's foreknowledge of the future, you can know what will happen, but it doesn't mean that it will happen necessarily. It could fail to happen, but if it were to fail to happen, then God's foreknowledge would have been different. And therefore, his knowledge of the future is entirely compatible with contingency and freedom and possibility. Knowledge isn't a causal factor. They do whatever they want freely, and your just knowing about it doesn't change anything, really.